New polling this morning revealing what's on voters' minds today after that historic presidential debate last night. A Trafalgar Group poll of swing state voters taken right after shows President Trump had a slim lead over Vice President Harris, but the vice president narrowed Trump's lead, gaining more than a full point from her performance last night. Joining us now is Robert Cahaly, chief pollster from the Trafalgar Group. Robert, good morning to you. Thanks for joining me. As you know, both campaigns have now claimed victory, but based on your findings, did one of them come out on top last night?
Well, it was very even when it started. And again, this poll was of the swing states. And so in the swing states, we've shown just a hair of a lead for Trump. And so it started in just the swing states. And while you had 55% thought that she won and 43 thought that Trump won, in the end, they both started at rounding at 47 each, and they were at 48 each. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it didn't make a huge difference. And what was significant is how many people thought that Trump did not win who were still supporting Trump.
Yeah. Well, we know that Vice President Harris has enjoyed several weeks of, a boost in the polls. I mean, obviously, when you're thrown into the arena at the last minute, there's nowhere to go but up. Is her momentum slowing, and is Trump's momentum, kind of picking up here in this home stretch?
I think going into the debate, she was definitely, her momentum had slowed. I think most agree that from the convention, she did not get a bump at all. And, when in the beginning of any kind of a race, when you're first in it, you're kind of the new thing, and there's not a lot known about you. The question is, what is the end result of this debate? Because Trump brought up a lot of things in front of audiences that haven't heard those things about her. Now, if the Trump campaign and the others follow up with ads that back up what he said, they'll see benefit. But if she follows up with ads and comments that reinforce kind of the attributes of her personality that are not positive, then she can make the most of it. But what they do with what happened last night over the next few weeks will have a bigger effect on the debate than we have seen right now.
Yeah, we know they've been neck and neck in a lot of states. They both need to move the needle somehow, some way. We'll see how they do that in the next 55 days. Robert Cahaly, thank you so much. Appreciate your time, sir. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.